Where are you? We got some work to do now.
If you're a 90s kid, you probably remember every Cartoon Network of that era, but what you actually don't remember is how those shows ended. We have a great time working on this video, and this was the type of video I was dying to make.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
So in this video, we'll tell you about the endings of 3 very popular 90s Cartoon Network shows, so stay tuned.
Am I being paid to say it twice?
You all know who was the original Ladies' Man. No, it was not Zac Efron. It was not Dwayne Johnson. It was Johnny Bravo.
1, 2, 3, baby.
Johnny Bravo, a muscular man with a strangely attractive hair who always tries to date women in a most bizarre way and usually ends up not getting a girlfriend. We all love this show dearly, and we as boys all have little Johnny Bravo in us too.
Hey, who's that handsome guy? Hello, 911 emergency. There's a handsome guy in my house. Oh, wait a second, cancel that. It's only me.
Despite being favored and successful, this show was also involved in some controversies. Like it is said that in one episode of Johnny Bravo, the attack of 9/11 was predicted. Yeah, I heard that. That sounds weird.
No, you're stupid.
Well, you're stupid.
Now hold it. Did you catch that? Let me just back you up in here. And here it is. Well, we all remember that show, but what we actually don't remember is how that show ended.
How many times do I have to tell you I have a boyfriend?
Well, you look like the kind of girl that could use two. Oh.
Well, in a special episode of Johnny Bravo, an American Indian TV special named Johnny Bravo Goes to Bollywood, which was aired in 2011. And yes, it was a surprise for me as well. After watching a true Hollywood story type documentary in which he was considered a forgotten star, Johnny Bravo travels to Mumbai, the entertainment capital of India, to prove himself he is still popular. Eventually, Johnny finds himself in the middle of a murder plot to kill Bollywood's biggest star, Jiggy, Johnny's Indian equivalent and rival.
जुल्फ तेरा मस्ताना स्टाइल तेरा दीवाना हेलो पुलिस सड़कों पर ट्रैफिक जाम होने वाला है क्योंकि जॉनी आ रहा है.
In the end, he finally patched things up with Jiggy and became the second biggest Bollywood star of India. If you haven't watched it, you should. I suggest it. Hilarious.
Oh, the Indians are gonna love me.
Well, the second on the list is all-time favorite cartoon serial Tom and Jerry. Back in 2000, Tom and Jerry was named one of the greatest television shows of all time by the Time magazine. A show which made every child laugh and made their childhood better. After growing up, some of us still watch that show occasionally. Well, at least I do. We all remember every single episode of that great show, but what we actually don't remember is how that great show ended.
I got allergies, that's all.
Well, it all starts with Tom sitting on a railway track and you can hear train coming. And says things like,
Poor Tom. In a few minutes it'll all be over.
but why exactly Tom commits suicide? Now, of course, it has to do something with falling in love and breaking his heart. As it turns out, there was another cat in the LA that has got all the money, the black cat. At first, Jerry tries to help him, but at last he also commits suicide, watching his own girlfriend driving off with another mouse cheating on him. He sadly joins Tom on a railway track and they both commit suicide.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart I still love you.
And the next one on the list is...
Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show!
It was one of my favorite cartoon show. A dog who takes care of two old couple who lives in the middle of nowhere where psychopath, talking trees, giant alien just seems to stop by on a regular basis. It feels so funny to think that a cartoon starring a little pink dog could still give me nightmares to this day. The trio of Courage, Muriel and Eustace was awesome. By the way, the name Muriel and Eustace were taken from another famous TV show, Friends. Muriel was the middle name of Chandler and Eustace was the middle name of Ross. Being that's one of my favorite show, I had to throw that fact in there. And I'm quite sure you also don't know how that show ended. Well, in the last episode, Remembrance of the Courage's Past, they showed a glimpse of Courage Past. In which his parents were forcefully sent to another planet by a vat, and when he was all alone in the street, Muriel found him and took him home with her. And maybe that's the reason why Courage is so protective of Muriel.
Oh, my poor thing. Out here all alone? What courage you have.
In the end, the same vat tries to send Muriel and Eustace to the same planet, but Courage saves them and sends the vat instead to that planet. Well, that was a satisfying ending for a kid show.
That's showbiz!
Well, this is the first video of this segment. I really loved working on this video because you can't deny the fact that we love those shows. Feel free to tell us how you feel about this video in the comments below, as your appreciation will motivate us to work on this segment and we'll be happy to give you the second video on this topic. And to stay connected to our channel, please hit the subscribe button. You can also reach our website on www.notinbooks.com.